Hello, it's Brandon Lewis here. Got another short video for you about direct response marketing. And I like to use sometimes the term deep dive marketing for painting contractors and how you can use it to really jump into a market and make a big splash, a big impact. So I'm going to talk about a handful of key things that you need to know about direct response, a handful of key things you need to know about marketing in general. So let's talk about the first thing. Most painting contractors are too broad and too shallow and too weak in their marketing. So most people are broad, shallow, and I would say weak is a good term, meaning that we do a little of this, a little of that, a little of this, meaning we got an ad here, we've got some social media over here, we've got a few networking meetings here, a couple of folks we call occasionally there, and a few SEO leads, and we hope that that is enough to sustain our painting business. Most of the time it isn't. Take, for example, when you do just a little bit everywhere, you've got basically different lists that you're talking to. And let's say those lists look like this, where here's your people that get exposed to your SEO, here's the people that get exposed to networking, here's the people that get exposed to, say, some kind of coupon or some kind of directory or ad that you're doing in some kind of printed publication. So we've put print down here. So what happens is the only people that ever really get hit as hard as they need to really know who you are is this little tiny group of people right here in the middle. Right? This little tiny group of people. Those are the only people that are really hearing your message loud and clear enough to respond. Well, here's what I recommend that you do instead, is that instead of being broad, shallow, and weak, that you go focused, deep, and strong. And what that means is that we are going to do, first things first, number one, we're going to pick a targeted list. Right? If we want business, let's just go get it. Let's not be indirect about it. Let's not try to go 1,000 different ways. Now, there's some things you can set and forget. SEO brings you leads steadily. Networking is a good thing. Print is a good thing. But sometimes we just need to go out and just go get business because we desperately need it or because we want to make a splash in a specific market. So we need to pick a targeted list. That could be property managers, and by that I do not mean apartment complexes. I mean those who manage strip centers, people who manage Class A office space, people who manage homeowner associations, property managers, commercial property managers. It could be facility managers. It could be, and those are 40,000 plus square feet facility managers. It could be your past customers, which are the easiest and best people you'll ever talk to. It could be unconverted estimates, people you wrote estimates for that did not close. What I call unconverted leads. And then finally, it could be referral sources. Who are referral sources? Paint clerks at the paint store, other home service people, roofers, plumbers, flooring installers, any number of people who constantly see folks making home improvements or other commercial service companies who you can do business with. We're going to pick a targeted list, okay? We've only got 3 ways we can go after them, and number 2, we're going to do a multi-step, multi-medium campaign, which means we're going to use mail, we're going to use email, we're going to use phone, and in many of these B2B environments, we're going to visit them. And we're going to do this in maybe as many as 9 touches, where we're going to go and we're going to mail them, we're going to email them, we're going to call them on the phone. Let me draw a phone here. That's a terrible phone, isn't it? We're going to call them on the phone, and then we are going to personally go and see them in their office building. Okay? So we're going to mail them, email them, call them, and do that, and then we're going to repeat this process 3 times. Okay? So this is how we really, if we want to dig in, you see the thing that's so neat about this is that in most of our marketing it looks like this up here, right? Little bit of concentration in the middle for the handful of people that accidentally ended up in this middle section of the Venn diagram. But when you do this, what you get instead is, and this is why customer reactivation campaigns work, this is why multi-step, multi-medium campaigns work so well, is that you've got your target market and it's like this. And you can see there's a big, huge overlap here in the middle, meaning that every medium that we're using, and you could probably draw one more here, make it even darker, is that if this is mail, this is email, if this is phone, and if this is the visit, then these people are getting bombarded. Meaning that if they're needing to paint something, they are going to definitely give you a shot at it. This is the quickest way I know of to immediately get business when you really need it. And it's something that you need to be focusing on in your business. If you're short on capital, but you need to really generate revenue quickly, this is very affordable. Very, very, very affordable. You can do it all in-house, and it really uses more of your time as an owner than it uses financial resources and a little bit of staff and office help. And frankly, you can get a teenager many times, or a stay-at-home mom, or a college student, or somebody to help you do a lot of the logistics of this, where you really don't even have to do it yourself, except maybe perhaps the visit. If they're big quality clients, you need to go out and see them yourself. So here's a little bit about deep dive marketing, direct response marketing. There's more to it. What needs to be in the message, what kind of offers you need to have, what kind of deadlines you need to have, what kind of copywriting you need to use. But for a structure in a short video for us to hang our hat on, I want you to know that the big deal for you is that when you're up against the wall and you really need to generate business, you need to be focused, you need to be deep, and you need to be strong, and you do not need to be broad, shallow, and weak, because it produces what? Shallow and weak results. So I hope this video is helpful for you. I'll see you next time.